wasn't, how it's going. Wet, whole team going dumb in the chat. Nobody front, I came from way in the back. We was cool until we went and got the tap. Started making movies, now we don't know how to act. Jeez, you know me, I'm your OG. Low key, I'll be so glad we ain't low key. Dozing, that is not us, I get no sleep. Who you know that could top us? I'm like, show me. Wife ain't rocking with no sign, she an Enneagram 10. Why I need a 9 when I just registered my pen? I was climbing to the ceiling, but I think God misplaced it. They won't put me on no playlist, I'm no good at fitting in. Baby, I'm drenched, living water flowing. Ain't no manifest, I'm reaping what I'm sowing. Yahweh told me he would do it and he wasn't joking. He the difference between how it was and how it's going. Wet, whole team going dumb in the chat. Nobody front, I came from way in the back. We was cool until we went and got the tap. Started making movies, now we done. Okay, let's take 2. Crew just
Live from historic Fenway Park here in Boston, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox. About to get started here, and on the hill, Garrett Whitlock.
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
Now the left fielder, Yordan Alvarez. On the ground to first. Dives, and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Now we check out the Astros lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series. Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time, and guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Fought off foul. Right-hander kicks, deals, and that one fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be
hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, 3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging. It's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
Righty to the plate. Just missed. That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the monster. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. The relay to the plate, and he's out easily. But 1 run does score in the play before the... Back now at Fenway. Getting the nod on the mound, Luis Garcia. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
Here's the center fielder, Jaron Duran. The line to kick the pitch. And there's a foul ball. And here it comes. Lifted in the air, right center field. That gets down for a hit. Throw over to first. Caught in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him for the out. Here's the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Garcia, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitch. He dives, but can't hang on. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Man aboard, and here is Devers. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Foul ball there. Here comes a pitch. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And he deals. Not even close there. And that's ball one. Left-hand hitter waits. Got him. And 2 away now. Now batting Tristan Casas. Foul ball. The Red Sox trailing by a run here in Game 3. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. And there's a ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Good wood on that changeup. Barreled it up. Just couldn't keep it between the lines.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. No run. All set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Yainer Diaz. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez, Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
The pitch. And that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double. Jose Abreu up to hit. Hit hard. That gets through. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Way high there. And that's ball one. Fastball for a strike.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your...
Not in time. He's safe. And the righty deals. Now he breaks his back. Brings it in. And that is a big first out.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least 1 run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there. And I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
Next offering upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And a swing and a miss. 2 down. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Alvarez in the box now. Takes strike one. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Line, and that's a base hit. 1 runs in. Here's the throw. Save! And they lead by 3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. That clips a corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Foul ball still 0-2. Alvarez off of first with 2 away. Got him looking for the K. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now here is Vaughn Grissom.
Right through there for a strike. Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
And Manuel Valdez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Outside. And the count even 1-1. The pitch. In there at the knees. The punch out there. And there are 2 down. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Bounce to the left side. And foul ball. The Red Sox trailing by 3. Bottom half of inning number 2. Strike 2.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Next pitch, not close, up high. And another ball. 2 down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. On the ground, out to short. Zips it across, and O'Neill is retired. And that ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at Fenway, Jose Altuve up to hit here. The pitch.
Altuve has a lot of history with the Astros. In fact, he's played so many seasons in Houston that he's the only player to be named an All-Star in both leagues while playing for the same team. You know, Boog, Altuve goes back all the way to those Astros days in the NL Central before they moved to the AL West.
1-2 now. Altuve waits, gets a piece, and stays alive. The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. O'Neill drifts towards it, hauls it in for the out. Here's Kyle Tucker. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 1 out, base is empty. Fights it off, he'll see another. Just off the inside corner, and a count 1-2. One down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone, really making them work out there.
Hot shot to third. Devers throws on to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Bregman stands in now and watches strike one. He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs, base is empty. And 1-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they lead at 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Reese McGuire. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And first offering is fouled off. Ball one there. Chop to first. Abreu. He'll do it himself. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Trevor Story now. And first offering is fouled off. A wind and a pitch. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
The Red Sox trailing by 3 here in the last half of the third. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Out towards right center field. Tucker on the move. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Fenway Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Yainer Diaz. Pitch is in there. Strike one.
Well, these Astros doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
And now it's going to be Jose Abreu. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. To third. Fires across the diamond. That takes care of Abreu. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Mauricio Dubon. Up the middle, finds its way through, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And next to hit for Houston, Jake Myers. There's a strike. On the ground right side. They take the force out. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 left for Houston. 3rd game of the division series. Now the number 2 hitter, Masataka Yoshida. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Another 1-2. Stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a pitch. That one almost got him. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now it's Devers at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The 1-0. Line drive, base hit. Yoshida rounds second on his way to third. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out, and that's a double. Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That's out to center field. He's under it. Squeezes it. Both runners tagging from second and third. The relay puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. But 1 run is in to score. Now a chance for Vaughn Grissom. He was late there, strike 1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Backed off the plate that time. Kicks and fires. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. The Stros up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Wouldn't chase that time. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Back here in Boston, now it's Yordan Alvarez. Whitlock back to work.
1-0.
Pitch in the dirt. Ball one. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Runner on the move. This to third. Good feed. That's one. Relay to first. Double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he went around, according to Clyde Washington. Now the 0-1.
Ball inside.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Swing and a ground ball out to short, and that squirts through. And that keeps the inning alive.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a base hit. So that's two straight two-out hits. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Here's Alex Bregman. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. Just missed. In the air, fairly deep to right field. He's got it, and that is that. 2 left for the Astros. Back inside Fenway Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now at the plate, Enmanuel Valdez. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
You know, these Red Sox definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Here's a 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. He hits the wall and hangs on. Great catch. And next for the Red Sox, Tyler O'Neill. That one fouled off.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Oh, 0-2 now. Wouldn't chase that time. One down, base is empty. In the air out to center. Myers should have this one. Brings it in. 2 away. Here's Reese McGuire. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Not in time. He legs it out. Runner first with 2 away. Here's Trevor Story. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. Two outs. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tucker really on his horse for it. Makes the grab on the run. And that's back here. here at Fenway. And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Whitlock back to work. That one the other way. Casas takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Jose Abreu up next for the Astros. There's the strike. Abreu, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And that one fouled off. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. On the ground to third. Tosses across to first. 2 up, 2 down. Mauricio Dubon getting ready to hit. Up the middle. Grissom whips it to first on the run. And the Astros put down in order. Back now. Fenway. And now Jarren Duran. Yeah, the right-hander back to work. And that's outside. Ball 1. And that's in there at the knees. Altuve tosses to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Time's starting to run out for this offense, isn't it, Boog? I mean, it's not easy to play in a must-win game, especially when you're losing. Their season is on the line, and they know it.
This to center field. Under it. And that quickly 2 away. Devers now 1 for 2. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A gigantic blast. That's his 3rd home run of the series. It's 3-2. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Base is empty with 2 away. Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox. Hit weakly on the ground towards second. Over to Abreu, and that is the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Lucas Giolito.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Myers stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That misses. 2-1. That one to first and foul ball. Struck them out looking. Frozen with the heater of the knees. So the lineup flips over. Here's Yordan Alvarez. You know, we talk so much about how guys prepare for a start. For Giolito, one of the things that's really cool, he actually uses scouting reports and then plays MLB The Show to execute how he's going to go about attacking hitters. Off the mark there. And 1-1. So the night before his start, he effectively goes over the lineup he anticipates he's going to face and plays the game. So he goes through an entire opposing lineup on MLB The Show, utilizing his own scouting report the team provided. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. That one's in there, 0-1. For Giolito, it actually is an idea that kind of came together with his buddy Max Fried. They played together in high school in Los Angeles, and they're not sure who started it first, but in 2019, they each began to go over scouting reports using MLB The Show. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Rafael Montero.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Shortened up the swing and went right back up the middle.
And now, Manuel Valdez. And that one fouled off. And the right-hander deals. That one off the bad part of the bat. Just a lazy fly ball. And it falls. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
He didn't exactly connect with this one as he met it out front, but he still put a decent enough swing on it to get it into the outfield. You know, and if you finish the swing and just extend your follow-through, you're going to run into knocks just like that. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
On the ground, a short could be two. Off balance speed, there's one. To first, save. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Reese McGuire. He's got it, and there's two away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Action in the pen down there. Seth Martinez getting loose out there. Coleman also throwing. With the go-ahead run at first here in the late stages of Game 3. Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And another ball. Base knock right field. Lead runner around second. Throw into third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
New pitcher on now, Seth Martinez. Back to the top of the lineup. Now batting Jarren Duran. 1 for 3. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Myers moving under it. Drops into the glove. And that is the third. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve, known for his late inning heroics. And fouled off. And a pitch. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Just a hammer, 12-6 curveball right there, Barry. That was exactly what he wanted to do with it. Not a ton of pitchers can throw a true 12-6 break, but he does. And you can't throw it any better than he did right there.
Kyle Tucker digs in now. And that's in there for strike one.
0-1.
And ball one. One down, base is empty. To the right side, and it's just foul. That was close. And it's a foul ball. All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th. That misses the zone. Now 2-2. Short hop liner handled it short.
And Tucker is retired. You want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Bregman, the next to hit, takes ball one. To the right side, Casas. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Those are down quietly. Still tied 3-3. Bottom of the 8th. So stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. In the air, right field. Calls it in, and there's one away. And here is Devers. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
And now Tristan Casas. And a base hit on a line. Around second is Devers. Relay throw. And he's out. Trying for 2. Vaughn Grissom will hit next. Up and in, and that is ball one.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 2. Activity in the bullpen. Josh Hader up and loosening in the pen. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. Fall off foul. With the go-ahead run at third, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And another ball. And Manuel Valdez on deck for Boston. 2 outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And that one off the inside edge. You walked him.
Oh, great back and forth and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow, Big, he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tucker on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And we go to the 9th. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. And here it comes. Not close with that one. 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back into the monster seats and gone. He powers that one out of here. His second home run of the series, and they lead it. It's 4-3.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results.
Next pitch is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. The throw to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. Next is the designated hitter, Mauricio Dubon. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Drifts towards it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
That was a good, hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
That clips the corner. Next offering is outside.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. And the home team back now. And on the mound, the closer, Brian Abreu.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
O'Neill swings through it for strike 1. Check swing. He went 0-2.
2 strikes.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. One-run game, bottom 9. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Slider misses outside. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Had him way out front of the slur. He's 2 outs away. And here's the catcher, Reese McGuire. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He's under it. Squeezes it. Out. Number 2. Last out for the Red Sox in this one. Trevor Story up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a miss.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
The Red Sox down to their final strike. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-2 the count. And start this.